everybody, Alex Petrescu here, welcome to my Finance and Accounting Education channel. Today we are going to have another update related to the crypto world. Namely, there are two articles that are quite recent and portray, let's say, interesting events that happen. One is from CNN, and the other one is from CNBC.com. And yeah, one talks about some let's say wrong influencers that are using the situation that they are in a position to influence the lives of many people. Basically, they are followed on social media and not only by many people, and they use this in order to give advices, what might look like advices in areas that they have no idea about, and sometimes people get in trouble because of that. And that would be the first article. And the second one is actually an update about a video that I did previously, and I'm linking right now, which was also talking about let's say the theft from the Bitmart. And we have an update and a particular case which we are going to try to analyze. The idea would be to learn from such events and to see how can we protect us from such unwanted experiences that are not happy for anyone. Yeah. But before we jump right in, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel, to hit the bell notification button, and you will never miss an update on my site. You will receive, or you can watch interesting and so new and hopefully interesting videos from me on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays as well. And that being said, let's jump right in. So we have the article from CNN first. Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather sued over promotion of crypto token. It's from January 13th, 2022, so actually quite recent. Reality TV star Kim Kardashian and boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr. are facing a lawsuit alleging the celebrities misled investors in their promotion of a cryptocurrency token. The lawsuit, filed January the 7th in Los Angeles Federal Court, claims the celebrities touted tokens sold by Ethereum Max or EMAX in order to boost its price and make themselves a profit at the expense of their followers and investors. The company's executives, collaborating with several celebrity promoters, made false or misleading statements about Ethereum Max through social media advertisements and other promotional activities, the lawsuit stated. So, in case you don't know, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a very famous boxer. So you would assume that when he's giving any sort of advice, he's okay to give advices in the area of sport, you know, physical health, maybe nutrition, but not at all about investing, from my point of view. Kim Kardashian, reality TV star. Okay, at least I found out what is Kim Kardashian doing. I had the feeling that she's just famous and rich, and that's it. That's her, let's say, profession, being rich and famous. So it turns out that she's a reality TV star. Also, probably wouldn't go for financial advice to her, since she has nothing to do. She's not working in an investment bank, she's not a certified financial analyst, she's not a financial analyst, a broker, anything in this area. So how, this is just a commercial right in the middle of the page, cool. According to the lawsuit, Kardashian promoted Ethereum Max in a June 2021 post on Instagram when she had 250 million followers. Are you guys into crypto? She wrote in the post, followed by the disclaimer, this is not financial advice. This might be actually the only thing which can potentially save her, but probably not Floyd Mayweather Jr. Because this kind of disclaimer, which I'm also using, it's there to show that actually it's not a recommendation, but that she wanted to share what my friends just told me about the Ethereum tokens. She included the ad hashtag to show the post was a paid advertisement, the lawsuit said. So there are multiple things that could happen here. First of all, she just got paid for this and she said something about Ethereum Max tokens, and that's it. Second of all, she actually owns some Ethereum Max and she helped with the pumping, which is actually even worse than this. The fact that, okay, this is an ad or a financial advice. I remember when I saw first time the commercial made by Tom Brady and Giselle Bündchen. I hope I'm not mixing those former supermodels now in my head. And I was also asking myself, why would you take advice or consider they are for real, or even have an interest in a commercial done by a football player and a former model about some cryptocurrency or about some cryptocurrency broker market or whatever. Yeah, because it makes absolutely no sense. They are just using, it's pretty clear that they are just using the popularity, and probably they also have no idea what the cryptocurrencies are, let's say the actors themselves. And yeah, these are just let's say experiences that you get through media, which you should simply ignore from my point of view. Mayweather promoted Ethereum Max on his boxing trunks during a widely viewed fight with YouTube star Logan Paul in June, among other times. So you see, probably he didn't have a disclaimer that this is not a financial advice on his trunks, which probably is making him more liable than Kim Kardashian. Representatives for Kardashian and Mayweather did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Ethereum Max, the company, was also named in the lawsuit. The deceptive narrative associated with the recent allegation is riddled with misinformation about the Ethereum Max project. Ethereum Max said in a statement, "We dispute the allegations and look forward to the truth coming out." The lawsuit, filed by a New York resident who bought EMAX tokens and lost money, is proposed as a class action suit for anyone who bought EMAX tokens from mid-May to late June 2021. The case seeks restitution and disgorgement of profits by the defendants. And that would be it. So the idea is, if those guys are famous, think twice if you should really trust what they are saying, because they are paid. Even if they are not famous, if they are paid to say something nice about the product, that doesn't mean that they actually believe that they are objective, that they tried the product and that they trust the product, or they know what the product is about, and so on and so forth, being it financial or of any other nature. Yeah. Then jumping to the second article, somehow making this link, because I'm quite sure that if Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather had Ethereum Max themselves, they didn't throw their entire wealth or all their money in so-called investments. Even if you hear that, for example, Tim Cook from Apple is interested in cryptocurrencies, or you hear Elon Musk saying a lot of things about various cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin seems no longer to be his favorite, but Dogecoin and Shiba Inu and so on and so forth, they don't go 100% in, and neither should you. And they can afford to, you know, it's like when you are very, very rich and you go to the casino in any random nights and you lose a little bit of money, and it's absolutely no problem. But that little bit of money for you, which you are very, very rich, could be a lot of money for somebody else who's poorer than you. So, Iranian immigrant lost $53,000 in crypto hack. Says he faces ruin if Bitmart doesn't pay him back. Just as I have said, we already spoke about this Bitmart, let's say, theft, hacking, which victims of the led to victims of the 200 million Bitmart hack. Say that 5 weeks have passed since the crypto exchange vowed to return their money. Back then I was asking myself where from. I mean, unless they have some sort of insurance, or these cryptocurrencies are just fabricated and you can just produce as many as you want wherever you want. I don't see any way this could happen. In early December, Bitmart wrote in an official statement that it would use its own money to reimburse victims of the large-scale security breach, with the exchange blamed on a stolen private key. So you see, they reimburse, but they don't say exactly how they are doing it. Many Bitmart customers say they haven't received any form of reimbursement. Victims of the 200 million Bitmart hack say that 5 weeks have passed since the crypto exchange vowed to return their money, but many still haven't seen a dime. I'm not one to bitch and moan a lot, said Paul DeLong, a business owner in Austin. Bitmart, from a communication perspective, they said that they were going to give us more updates. We have not received any updates at all. Yeah, probably they cannot do anything. That's why they cannot give any updates. And yeah, DeLong says he has reached out to the exchange multiple times, and each time he's received a canned response from a bot to inform him that Bitmart and their attorneys are working on it. In early December, Bitmart wrote in an official statement that it would use its own money to reimburse victims of the large-scale security breach, which the exchange blamed on a stolen private key. But users are getting restless, waiting for Bitmart to make good on its promise. CNBC spoke to multiple Bitmart users who were targets of the attack, some of whom face total financial ruin if their funds aren't retrieved. Whether it's $20, $500, $10,000, it doesn't matter, just communicate back to us and let us know, said DeLong. Many of the victims lost a particular token known as SafeMoon, which is a cryptocurrency token built on the Binance Smart Chain blockchain. The coin saw a massive run-up in the second quarter of 2021 after a slew of celebrity endorsements from the likes of rapper Lil Yachty and YouTuber Jake Paul. No comment. So this article is very well linked with the other one. CNBC reached out to ask whether Bitmart still planned to make good on its promise to reimburse victims. The email addresses of Bitmart CEO, so the email address of Bitmart CEO Sheldon Xia, which he lists on his unverified Twitter profile, bounced back just as it did when CNBC reached out to Xia in early December. He might no longer be in the country or reachable. A spokesperson replied, "We will support all users' withdrawals. We are also talking to multiple project teams to confirm the most reasonable solutions such as token swaps. Any further updates will be announced on our official website. The company did not respond to more detailed questions." Victims split for transparency, which means that actually this time the thieves also didn't return the money, because it was another case in 2021 when the hacker returned surprisingly most of the coins back. Victims split for transparency. CNBC talked to more than a dozen Bitmart users personally affected by the breach. One common theme across many of these conversations was a desire for transparency. The shared feeling was that bad news was better than no news. One Bitmart user who said he felt his tokens were being held hostage sent CNBC a screenshot of his exchange with the admin who runs Bitmart's Telegram account. When he asked Thursday evening whether there was any further guidance or where he would be receiving his SafeMoon tokens back, the reply read, "Will announce when there is an update." Toronto-based Mohammed, who asked that CNBC just refer to him by his first name, said he feels close to committing suicide because of his experience with Bitmart. The Iranian refugee has $53,000 worth of his SafeMoon tokens stored on his Bitmart wallet, $40,000 of which came from a loan that he has to pay back with 4% interest. Whoa! So he leveraged himself in order to buy, in order to buy this SafeMoon, he took a real credit from the real world with real money for which he has to pay a real 4% interest. That's very bad. The 38 years old tells CNBC that from 7 a.m. until 10 p.m., 7 days a week, he works as a tow truck driver for a roadside assistance company. He says he has to work long hours because his employer pays him a per job commission rather than an hourly wage. He gets $20 per job, but he has to pay for his own diesel fuel. He began to invest in cryptocurrency to try to carve out a future for himself in Canada. "I just was thinking I can grow my money, then I can go to school to learn English and go to college," Mohammed shared with CNBC. "I don't have any savings." Another Bitmart user, that's very bad. He looks like the perfect victim. Another Bitmart user tells CNBC that it's not just his money at stake. His mother and mother-in-law pulled together $30,000 and asked him to invest the cash in Bitmart on their behalf. This is even stranger. So the mother and mother-in-law knew that Bitmart exists. So generally speaking, that there is something like Bitmart and that they can invest in cryptos, and they gave him the money. Then of course at least he's not liable because he invested somebody else's money, although they are family, and it looks like it was not his decision. After I put it in, the freaking hack happened, so I was going crazy because I didn't have anything to give them, he said. New York-based Mr. Blick, who also asked not to use his real name, tells CNBC the timing couldn't have been worse. This happened close to the holidays. People sometimes have to liquidate some of their positions to cover expenses, to buy things for kids for Christmas. Their inability to make people whole really created an environment where that freedom that we all strive for was taken away from us, Mr. Blick said. One Kansas-based crypto one Kansas-based crypto gambler or crypto speculator, it's more correct, who has around $35,000 stuck in Bitmart, told CNBC he wasn't terribly worried until recently. There was some general understanding, even patience from holders, that Bitmart was merely waiting until after the first of the year to repurchase the stolen hot wallet tokens for tax reasons, he said. The same Bitmart customer now says he is in touch with around 6,800 holders who are considering filing a class action suit against the exchange. They are giving it about a week until they take action. Beware the Safe Moon Army. The company's vagueness has helped fire up the so-called Safe Moon Army, a term given to the community of SafeMoon token holders who have historically proven to be a formidable force when they coalesce around a cause. The Bitmart hackers made off with a mix of more than 45 coins, but SafeMoon tokens account for a hefty portion of the spoils. While some Bitmart users have reported reimbursements for tokens like Saitma, SafeMoon holders remain in limbo. SafeMoon investors using Bitmart also say they haven't received their reflection payments, a dividend like PERC distributed to existing holders of the token since November. Bitmart SafeMoon investors are therefore feeling doubly burned. Even SafeMoon holders who have never used Bitmart feel they've been indirectly burned by the breach. One United States Air Force veteran made the point that when the hackers stole the SafeMoon coins and sold them all on the open market, it dropped the price of the entire project. We're all affected by this, he said. The SafeMoon Army is pressuring Bitmart for a Twitter campaign designed to shame the exchange into following through on paying back victims of the hack. The SafeMoon contingent is pushing the Twitter hashtag WhenBitmart, which began trending on Monday night. Although Bitmart told CNBC it would support its token exchanges, victims say that could cost them money. One person said that if he liquidates his token on Bitmart to USDT, a popular stablecoin pledged to the value of the US dollar, he would do so at a market position that is 1/3 of where his SafeMoon tokens trade today. He would also face a 10% fee for making the trade because of SafeMoon's trading requirements. This 10% transaction tax serves as an incentive for users to keep holding the token, which helps put a floor under its price. They also found dividends that the token creators pay holders as an added incentive. Even if Bitmart does make good and pay everyone back, it remains to be seen whether the exchange will repurchase the equivalent assets and lost all their current prices, which in some cases could be significantly higher. So it all goes around this SafeMoon. Users dig deeper. A Bitmart customer wait for answers. Some are biding the time by going deep onto the crypto exchange itself. CNBC participated in a Twitter Spaces chat on Wednesday night in which nearly 700 people discussed the situation. Bitmart closed the 13.7 million Series B funding round at the end of 2021 at a 300 million valuation, giving pause to some who wonder how the exchange is equipped to self-fund reimbursement of 200 million to customers. Others have asked why Bitmart isn't going through insurance to reimburse stolen funds. CNBC put that question to Bitmart and the exchange declined to respond. Probably they don't have any insurance. CNBC also asked if the exchange was running an internal audit to gauge whether anything ran afoul within its own ranks, and again Bitmart opted not to respond to that question. The December hack affected 2 of Bitmart's hot wallets, but other assets were apparently safe and unharmed. Other assets. Cryptocurrency can be stored hot or cold. Again, this concept which I also presented several times, or some combination of the two. A hot wallet is connected to the internet and allows owners relatively easy access to their coins so that they can access and spend the crypto. The trade-off for convenience is potential exposure to bad actors. The final and resounding concern among Bitmart users is that instead of holding trading of the affected and non-collateralized tokens, Bitmart only stopped withdrawals. CNBC has seen a video in which one person purchased SafeMoon tokens on the exchange on January the 5th, well after the hack. So only the withdrawals are not possible. Putting money in is still possible. It's not like it was 4 or 5 years ago, where a lot of these people who were involved are anonymous. People are wisening up to the space, they understand it more, they can read contracts better. Right, like that's going to protect them. We've come such a long way now that I believe that Bitmart will keep their promise and do the right thing, especially with the Safe Moon Army. We have such a great support for what we're trying to achieve that it wouldn't die down. It won't only add more fuel to the fire. So interesting. Yeah, so I hope you liked the update on crypto today. If you liked the topics that I have discussed here, so more bad news, let's say, from the crypto world, I'm quite sure that probably there are also some positive news, but I'm quite sure that also those positive news are being promoted 10 times fold, and they don't need any promotion also from myself. And such things like rug pulls, pump and dumps, all these let's say thefts, hacks, and so on and so forth are not really that much advertised because of obvious reasons, and I feel the need of somehow bringing balance to the topic and presenting them as well. If you like the video, please hit the like button, comment if you have something to add in the comments sections, share it with somebody that might be interested about the cryptocurrencies in general, about influencers on, let's say, on this media like Instagram and so on and so forth, but also Mayweather is known for his boxing skills and achievements, or about Bitmart and so on and so forth. So any of the topics debated here might be of interest for someone. If you know somebody that might be interested, please share the video with them. But most importantly, do not forget to subscribe my channel, to hit the bell notification button, and you will never miss an update on my site. I do them quite regularly these days. You should expect new and hopefully interesting videos from me on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and also on Saturdays. Below this video you also have 2 links. With one you can create an eToro account and trade there without a commission or a fee, which is always a saving no matter how often you are trading, once per year or daily, maybe several times a day. Always remember that when trading, losses are also possible. eToro is let's say an exchange which is working with CFD, so you won't actually own the shares, so you will just gamble on shares, let's say that. And below that you have an Amazon wishlist with hardware and software items which can help me improve the quality of my videos, being this also for you beneficial because you'll get better videos from me. However, from financial perspective, that's the most inconvenient for you. The easiest way to support me is to subscribe to my channel, to hit the bell notification button, and of course to continue to watch my videos. Once again, my name is Alex Petrescu. This is my finance and accounting education channel, bringing you let's say some light into the dark, some light into the fog. If you feel lost in all this information about the financial markets, new assets, and so on and so forth, this is what my channel stands for here. I hope you enjoyed the video from today, and I look forward to presenting to you with the next occasion. Goodbye.